Alright everyone, welcome back. Just like I say, we switch from one event to the next, and then we go to some OSC Championship action. Thank you OSC for again being a little bit friendly with the scheduling and switching around a little bit for us. Appreciate that. As we get into some CVT, we're going to start this day off OSC Championship-wise with some Nicoract, our red Terran in the bottom right, versus Wayne, our blue Zerg in the upper left. As we kick off into game number 1. The best of 5 series here. Look to see what will happen. So, best of 5, game 1 coming up on Grezvan. So, first of all, if you're not aware, OSC Championship happens throughout the course of the year. Every year we have OSC events in the OSC circuit taking place. A bunch of different tournaments give out OSC points, as well as some OSC mid-season playoffs which build into the OSC Championship standings and the players that get ranked into this. There's some last chance qualifiers as well, and basically it turns into the OSC Championship, which is just one gigantic bracket of best of 5s. This is going to be one of the lower bracket matchups, as the winner bracket is very good, and I believe we'll resume the winner bracket next week, but yeah, we've been working our way through the lower bracket for a while now. And, yes, there's just a lot of great matches. I highly recommend you check out the bracket command if you want to check the bracket out yourself, because there's a lot to it. And then, yeah, there's just like I say, a lot of matches, a lot of games. It's always fun to be a part of the OSC Championship. I was also going to mention the OSC map pool as well as an extended map pool. The ladder maps plus 3 maps voted in by the community. Grezvan is one of those, and that's why you're seeing Grezvan here as an opening map in this best of 5. I believe it's Grezvan, Romanticide, and Errorhome are the 3 maps that are added this season for the extended map pool. So that is all part of the thing. And that's why we start up on Grezvan for the start of this best of 5 series. So what is our 5th best of 5 of the day? Like I say, we're going to be doing 2 more best of 5s. Wayne versus Nicoract, the winner versus Solar. Should make for a couple of cool matchups. We'll see where we go. I don't know about you guys, I feel like all day, like, my FPS is great, but I feel like things just look a little bit, like, not as smooth as they should. I'm gonna actually, I've been meaning to restart my SC2 all day. I'll actually do that after this game, because I kept forgetting during the previous event, and now I'm just kind of like, maybe we should have done that, because I feel like it's just been a little bit jittery all day long so far. We're going to get that. Reaper going to get pushed back. We do see another Reaper coming over. This is multi-racks Reaper to start off from Nicoract. It's actually a very fun series because I do not necessarily know who to pick as a favorite in this best of 5. I think, you go back a few months and you always pick Wayne, right? But it's been a while since we've really seen Wayne play consistently, at least in my eyes. So I actually think Wayne was at the level where if he's not been playing as much, I could absolutely imagine Nicoract challenging him and actually having some success. We're going to be seeing these queens off creep. One of them will go down at the cost of a Reaper so far. The other queen is still quite far away from any creep spread or any sort of support, so I actually think these Reapers should keep on fighting. Nicoract making some of this micro a little bit more complicated than maybe it needs to be, although now the Reaper's all low. They're going to have to step away from those few Zerglings right there, and they're going to get away from that one. A couple queens coming up, Link Speed still coming through, and it's a Stimpack upgrade from Nicoract as he continues into his bio play back at home. So he just gets that started off. It's another decent grenade onto the Zerglings. The Reapers continuing to run as the Zerglings continue to chase. And those Reapers eventually will get up to the high ground where a few more shots will nab a few more Zergling kills. Meanwhile, Queens and Drones still coming up. The Lings still continue down the bottom right. Obviously, these Reapers would love to stay away from the Lings and keep themselves safe, them alive. It's more easily said than done, but so far they've actually been able to manage it. So these Reapers get out of there for the moment. And away they go, back up through the top side. As a few more drones and the Queen come through. Starboard on the way. That Queen is going to get blasted off to the side as well. We lose one more Reaper, but honestly getting another Queen kill is pretty neat. And we're going to go all the way into the main. So the potential to force these things to chase you as far as possible. We actually might get back to the low ground here. Finish off that drone. Love what Nicoract is doing so far. Just very, very good control of the Reapers. Some great micro thus far. Like I say, I think it's been a pretty great job as finally we get the cleanup. Finally we shut that all down. So So eventually we get cleaned up. Just going to see our Zergling of Wayne still heading down to the bottom right-hand corner. Evolution Chamber, drones, queens, all continuing up as well. So we bring all of that through for the moment. Just going to see our Zergling still chilling about. Combat Shield starts. The stim pack already finished. Two more refineries just coming through. And yeah, we see where Nicoract takes this. Engineering base coming online. His first group of Marines and Medivacs already pressing forward, so Nicoract looking to apply some pressure here as he goes right across to the upper left. And Wayne is just going to take a fourth base to the 12 o'clock position as well, so just gets that fourth base up and ready to roll. As do have our Marines going to come straight on through. Group team is going to go down. Actually going to jump onto a Queen right now. Queen goes down immediately, and the Marines load back into the Medivacs and pull away back toward the 12 o'clock. We're going to load our Marines again, and just going to have those stepping in toward this hatchery. So this hatchery will take a few more shots. It will be going down over the next few moments. Queens continue to step across. As the Lings run in, the Marines will just load. They will leave. That'll be that for the moment. But there is a counterattack on the other side. The Zerglings see already coming through. They're going to go in. And then you're going to get pushed back as well. As, yo, Cryomancer RTS, thank you so much for the 4-month resub. Much love. Thank you for being a constant in the SC2 and SC2 Wardy. No worries. Thank you so much for the support. And guys, I appreciate we actually had a lot of subs and stuff today. Coming through during the co-casting. I've never really shout out while we do co-casting, so if you did sub at some point today, I appreciate you. I saw you. I just, like I say, don't shout out during the games usually. I'd rather keep the flow going with the co-casting, you know. Well, Baneling run by attempt gets cancelled, so that gets shut down immediately. No success to be found there, so nothing to be done about that. The melee upgrades continue through. Carapace upgrades, Baneling speed starting up on the Baneling nest as well. Ling is just going to relocate over towards the upper side, and the Lings are still going to go chasing those Medivacs down. Ling, Bane, melee upgrades going through, and Baneling speed coming up. The extra hatcheries building over, and 1-1 upgrades coming through on the side of Nicoract as well. So those 1-1 upgrades continue up. As our Marines stem to the left-hand side, the rest of the Zerglings just going to run straight across here. Those Lings get absolutely obliterated. Well, we're now going to turn onto this hatchery. A few more Lings going down. Actually, turn onto the Banelings. We'll target those down as well. Good job from Nicoract. Did a very good job of trading right now. 1, 2, 3 more Banelings before this gets, well, not even forced to lift up, but we just decided to lift up instead of trading out. Fantastic job so far by Nicoract. I love what he's doing in this game. I feel like he's putting himself in a great position. I love the harassment he's providing. He's doing a great job so far. There's Oz Guitar. Thank you so much for the 4-month resub as well. Thanks for the high-quality SE2 stream. No worries. Thank you so much for supporting it. Appreciate it. Thank you. Back on the left, these Medivacs will come back through. That hatchery's low. Definitely a target for later in the game. I'm trying to pincer into the two possible, essentially, I mean, 4th and 5th base, right? So the two bases outside of the 3rd base. And if we knock down one of these, it puts a lot of pressure on the other. If you can work on both, you know, you got to definitely defend one of these. As again, we're just target firing down Banelings. Nowhere near enough to scare this army. We target fire again. No, this time we just load up. The tank target fires down the Banelings, though. That works. Stepping further back, we did lose the units over here as they try to kill the hatchery. Banelings get the job done, so that is a defense made eventually. Just took a little while. There's now our Marines and Medivacs join back up as well. 2-2 upgrades still coming through. 56 Zerglings on the way out. Marine, tank, Medivac boosts over to the left-hand side. A lot more Lings going to come running down the right-hand side as well. Oh, they just get in to the natural. Those Marines going to get surrounded. The Marines are going to get killed. SCVs are going to be in trouble. And a game that's been so good for Nicoract so far. It's going to get a little bit messier right now just for this run-by that has to be dealt with. And it's taking a little while. 5 SCVs down, 3rd base not mining. Lings in the main base can absolutely do more as well. I'm surprised we haven't honestly killed more already. And I think it just is because the Lings had not activated onto the mineral line. Now you see 14, 15 workers going down, and just like that, this game is completely flipping the script into Wayne's favor. As the Banes are going to come through, they're going to knock down a depot. We continue by the Banelings. We'll continue over the rest of the Lings coming across as well. Bane pulls back over again. 2-2 melee upgrades coming about. The Zerglings all producing 2-2 on the way from the engineering base. as our Zerglings will go grab an SCV. So the SCV gets jumped on, and the rest of the Ling Bane going to get jumped on as well. The rest of those Lings still being dropped. Marine's going to come through, hitting the Zerglings still. Orbital Command will just reposition and land down onto the third base. So just going to land that back into place here. Again, Marine Medevac tank still setting up the right. It's a lot of Banelings morphing now from Wayne. The only issue I do have for Wayne is that I was going to say he's just on Ling Bane. Usually Ling Bane only has a fast attack route to Hive, but the Infestation Pit only just started. I think this is very much so a case of, well, plain and simple, honestly, is that we obviously just got caught up. He was behind, he's just been about catching up, and now he's going to start expanding his lead into that Hive tech. Now, because he's only just going to Hive now, actually might not be a lead for Wayne. Maybe this just being Ling Bane is an opportunity for Nicoract to still do very well. Fourth base up, alive by the way. Planetary Fortress on half HP, but very much so alive and being repaired. So whatever hit that did not do enough. Another 12 Banes. I think they're bottom left. Yeah, bottom side. Going to try and run into this mineral line. I mean, Wayne has been very good at just keeping the aggression going. Once he took a bit of control, he's just not let it slip away. As we knock down a few more Banes, those Lings get chased out of here. And this army of Nicoract will push up the right side of the map now currently as the extra Ling Bane continues through. These Banelings are going to get shot down, but only after they've killed 12 SCVs. The 12 workers are going to get grabbed as well. A few more Banelings morphing in. And a couple of Medevac Siege Tank Marine production continuing as well. Nicoract actually in a supply lead. This is what's scary about Ling Bane, is that you can have a massive army, you go very counterattack heavy, and you still need a way to kill the army. And right now, we actually don't necessarily have that. Marine Step through hatch goes down. Queen going to get blasted. The producing Zerglings on the way through. The Marine's now going to get to the bottom left-hand corner, where they're going to hit this hatchery as well. It's going to knock that down. Gonna see the rest of the Marines continue to come about now currently, so just gonna keep on moving. And 6 SCVs going down. Ling's gonna continue around the sides. Gonna see a couple more Lings getting knocked down. The Ling Bane's still splitting apart. Continue to move around as well. Ling Bane's still coming through. Marines are going to be there. We're now going to see the Marines loading up into those Medevacs, coming back through the center. The Marine tank Medevac force in the middle of the map moving about as well. It's going to get up to the top, and the rest of the Ling Bane still moving around. Wayne on the move for the moment. Going to be seeing those Marines just going to go through. Rock's going to get knocked down. Queen going to get picked away at as well. Medevacs will load up a bunch of Marines too as the fungal growth lands. The Bane's just going to crash in. Marines taking a bunch of damage as well. I mean, decent fungals, but Nicoract's army is looking to be a little bit too large here. Just going to be seeing the hatchery going down once again. The rest of the Marines unloading at the top left. They're going to load back up. We just got to this point where Wayne's army was never big enough. In the end, he got a couple infested to try and change it with some fungal growths, but as you can see, I don't think that's going to change anything. The Lings commit in, and the problem always was going to be that Ling Bane on its own can only do so much, and for all the harassment he brought to the table, he just never killed off the army, and those Marines are going to keep going till they've cleaned up, basically. I mean, Wayne is not going to give up easily, apparently. He's going to stay in this, but I think we can see where this game is going. Load back into the Medevacs. 17 drones went down. Rest of the Marine tank still stepping up as well. It's just going to come straight on through. Liberators are going to get sieged. We do have ourselves the siege tanks helping to get rid of a couple more creep tumors as well. And again, can't really make this one much more exciting than it is, guys. Nicoract is very much so going to win this game. This is just a case of Wayne kind of lead. Honestly, even with big Baneling connections, it's hard to win from here. You've lost so many bases. He's counterattacking. I mean, credit to Wayne, he will try every possible outlet for victory. There's just not enough Banelings to even have big Baneling connections, I don't think. GG's. And that is going to be game number 1 from Nicoract going his way. Alright guys, I'm just going to restart my SC2 quickly, just because, like I say, it's been a little bit... I feel like it's a little bit laggy, no? I feel like I really should have done this early in the day as well, but such is life. Alright. Alright, let's see if this does a little bit better for the looks of the game. Let's get this started up. Invite this and we'll just get this going, guys, get this started. Ready. Alright, let's get this countdown going, guys. Alright, let's kick off as we have in the top left-hand side. The player who takes a 1-0 lead in this best of 5 is going to be Nicoract. Man, the game looks so much smoother now. I can't believe I didn't do this all day. That's so silly of me. In the bottom right, our blue Zerg player is Wayne. We get this underway. Game 2 of this best of 5 series TVZ style. We get this one set up and we wait to see where we are gonna go. Alright, so an overload coming across the map as we take a few moments early on. Last game we started off with Nicoract, I feel like did very well with the initial, multiple barracks and reapers and so on. We get this underway. How did I get this smooth? I literally just restarted my SC2. I've been meaning to all day. I've just been absolutely terrified that they would, I've just been absolutely terrified that they would not wait for me in the Lee lobbies and stuff. And I was like, I don't know if I was actually being kind of crazy and it was laggy, and sometimes I thought my brain was tricking me, but it actually was not. It wasn't laggy, it was just not smooth like it should be. It's been weird. It's been weird. Alright. Game 2 of this best of 5. Nicoract is going to drop the CC down. Just going to Reaper expand this game. We'll see if he can try and get some of that early momentum going his way once more, or if Wayne will maybe try and do something to take control himself at the start of this one. So, just going to get this settled in. We're just going to patrol the front. Maybe just moving around, just going to be seeing the Overlord. And the drones all coming about, Starport coming through, Hellions are on the way out. It's going to be having the Tech Lab coming through as well. Everyone, the Hellions join up together. Again, Banshee, Hellions, Cloak, all coming through. Hellions, the Reaper, coming about, Overlord chilling overhead. We've seen the Banshee, the Hellions, the Cloaking all coming up. Peaceful early game TVZ. Hellions especially just hanging around. Did I win my Pokemon tourney? I did not win my Pokemon tourney, no. Had a good time though. Can't win them all, you know. Well, I've not won any yet, but at some point, we will win one. Sure. He's just going to push about. Cryptium is going to get take some damage. This is going to come through. And you see the Evo Chamber coming down at the front. How many saw the front? Going to be seeing the Hellions and the Reaper going to come back over. I mean, still not much going on early, but it is a Roach Roaring and Roach Speed coming through. Apologies, I missed the Banshees. Oh, I completely missed the Banshees. Horrendous, sorry, got distracted. As the Queens actually do come through, so we lose 4 drones. Okay, so it's not thing going on. 6 drones in total, 2 Queens go down, and the Hellions are going to poke forward again, looking for a few more of those drones. Ling's going to come around. They're actually going to get a wrap on these units, so we get a couple more drones, but at the cost of pretty much all of our map control. I don't think this Banshee is going to do much more at this point, as the 1-1 upgrades and the combat shield start up on the side of Nicoract. Medivacs and Marine still producing through. Infestation Pit coming up. Roach Speed and Carapace upgrade coming about as well. Just going to be seeing the Banshee does go down. Marine's just going to move out. We do have the 1-1 upgrades coming through. Combat shield building as well. We have ourselves the Medivacs and Marines coming down the left. The Hive coming through. Roaches, Infester, 1-1 upgrades, and the Roach Speed coming about. And this army of Nicoract continues down to the bottom left-hand side here. So away we go. Fling is going to knock down the rocks. Roach is going to be there as well. Will continue to dance around on the edge of the creep spread. A couple creep teamers will take some shots, and again, 1-1 upgrades and combat shield building into play at the moment. So again, Marine tank, Medivac coming down the left. We've already got this group of units here going to have to lift up. I mean, against the Roaches, you don't want to get too involved. It's a Carapace upgrade, but it's not going to turn into anything overly aggressive. Usually Carapace, you think of like a Roach Ling timing. This is actually going to be just the late missiles, and then move into the Hive already. So we can start getting bane speed. Whoa, we had an Infester ready, and a Fungal Growth comes down. We actually get the split during the Fungal to dodge the Biles. The problem for Nicoract is that this is a 2-base all-in against a Roach-based composition. I don't love it. I don't love it at all. I think there's been way too much pressure on breaking through what is typically a very sturdy army comp of Wayne. And Wayne, if he just gets corrosive files right here, yeah, that's going to be a double kill on the siege tanks. And if those tanks go down, oh, he missed the last file. It didn't double kill. But the general concept was there. Those tanks are going to be easily deniable. And yeah, actually breaking onto this base. So Nicoract's 2-base attack here is going decently. The Marines pull back a little further. Roach Ravager going to step through. The Queens are going to try and step up as well. A lot more Marines. Continue to drop. Another siege tank falling as well. Just going to be having the... I mean, the problem for Nicoract is that you're always trying to rally here and you're trying to get momentum, but he's not really gaining momentum. He's losing siege tanks, and siege tanks going down is going to be tough, but... Yes, but not on too many Roaches. Ravager count has to be rebuilt as well, so we take a few moments. Nicoract continues to push on up. Liberator is on the way too, could help a lot, but I just don't think the Marines are there anymore. Now the tanks go down, now you get shoved away. And now Wayne looks good to capitalize here on Whispers of Gold to take a Game 2 victory. And to take us to potentially a 1-on-1 series, because that is a defense, and you know, with a Terran player who's being so aggressive against a Zerg that actually has a 4th base and 70 drones, that's going to be it. I mean, that really tells you that just again, 2-base all in into a Roach Ravager comp ain't going to do it, because even in this scenario, it just was nowhere near good enough, right? Nowhere, yeah. Guys, just to host up Game 3, I do want to take a moment. I've not really done any salad stuff the last couple of days because we've been co-casting and stuff. So I just want to take a quick moment to remind you to like and subscribe on the YouTube, follow here on Twitch. If you've got any Prime subs, do use them on the channel. We're trying to get a little bit more comfortably above 700 subscribers right now, so if you can help us out with that and push us back towards 800, that would be amazing. And of course, we still have the Royal Match sponsor, so if you want to check that out for free, you can download Royal Match on your phone, play it. A bunch of people who've been playing have told me it's really not that bad. It's pretty fun. I've played it a little bit myself. I'm probably going to play another half hour of it tomorrow or so on stream. You can check out that out as a free way to support the channel. We've so far gathered an additional, I want to say about $500. Yes, $530 additional towards WardiTV StarCraft 2 events through the Royal Match sponsorship from you guys playing specifically. So that's specifically from you guys coming out and downloading the game and playing it. So you guys can make a difference. There's no reason. We've got 2 weeks left. We can absolutely bring that up to $1,000. I 100% believe. So Slowly's addicted to it. There you go. If you need a better voucher than that, then I don't got one. So do check out Royal Match. Exclamation mark Royal in the chat. You can scan the QR code. It is mobile only. Use your phone. With that said, let's get back into game number 3 of this series. And then next time we do Sellout Time, we can talk about OSC and how you can support OSC in the wonderful OSC Championship. Sounds like a plan, doesn't it? Maybe we'll do that after this series as we go into Game 3 and we look to see who will take the control of this series once again. As in the bottom left-hand corner, the red Terran player is Nicoract. Taking on our blue Zerg in the upper right-hand side, we have got Wayne. Alrighty, Game 3 of this series. Let me just snooze some ads. Man, the start of today was kind of rough because, well, not the start of today, but at some point that Sterile Max Pack series was super long in the first game, and the ads played during the first game. I just couldn't stop them. I'd snooze them so much. Super long games, sometimes it happens. I was like, man, that's going to throw the ads off all day, but we actually got back on track from there because we had some faster games, so it wasn't so bad. I just remember recollecting going back to a point where it was quite painful. I was like, no, not like this. Patrick comes down on the natural. We're once again going to go back to that multi-rack Reaper. I don't mind it at all from Nicoract. Take control early, kind of like he did in that first game. He kind of lost control in the first game, but regained it in the end. So I guess we'll see what happens. Reaper is just going to start coming straight through here for the moment. Overload coming across into the natural. going to see our Overlord coming about, link speed coming over. So we're seeing the Reaper is going to move over, the Zerglings will chase, the Queen is going to get across. Reaper jumps back down to the low ground for the moment. Reaper's just going to keep moving about. We're seeing the Reapers are going to be coming back to the high ground. Much less damage done by the Reapers this game than what we saw in game number 1. So that already seems like a factor. Now we just have the Reapers going to move into the main base. Zerglings going to keep moving about as well. We're just going to be seeing the Queen is going to fire back. The Zerglings continue through. And the Reapers continue to get cleaned up. So much worse start from Nicoract in this game than what we saw in game number 1. And that's going to be rough because game number 1 did become a challenge for him as well eventually. Zerglings still gathering, +1 attack and stim coming through, additional Marines come about, our hatcheries building on the 3rd base and 4th base here from Wayne, so we get that up and running. The Evolution Chamber is going to finish up on the natural as well, and we do have ourselves just the Marines gathering in the back of the natural. So stim pack coming through, Carapace coming up, the extra barracks all coming through as well, and the Queens of Wayne just moving around down to the right side as the 3rd and 4th base build at the same time, so it's obviously, if nothing else, I guess, a later 3rd than you might usually see from Wayne, so maybe Nicoract can hang on to that. Rain drones on up, as we do see what is happening here is kind of interesting. This is a 4th barrack, so this is kind of a build we've not seen for a while. Q used to love this, but basically just saying, right, 4 racks, we get stim, and this time it's going to be combat shield as well, +1, we're just going to go. There is a world where Wayne does not see this coming, and he just runs into trouble immediately, so that could be a problem. He's just going to step through the Marines on the bottom side, going to take down a few Zerglings. So a few Lings going to get picked away at. Moving about, again the Marines going to head to the top side. We got the Baneling Nest coming up from Wayne. Lings, Overlords, Carapace upgrades still build. Now Marines come all the way up to the top here from Nicoract, so just going to make a move over just to begin with. As you have the Marines obviously being seen now, so now Wayne is aware, but he doesn't have... Okay, he does have a Baneling Nest. Yeah, I mean, slow Banelings, still not exactly going to be ideal. I mean, Nicoract also sees these Banes morphing, going to cancel the morph. He just wants to chase the army. The only problem is he's going to have to stim a second time before this fight is done. He's going to be out in the open against the Lings. That's enough Lings, yeah. Even without Banelings, it doesn't matter because you're out in the open. Wayne's sword soon enough to just start massing Lings as well. And that was not quite the build for Nicoract to send him to some success. So that's going to be GG's, and that is going to be us going to a game 4 with Wayne in the lead. After Nicoract started this series off in a very cool way, Wayne is starting to take some big control back in his favor, heading into now game 4. Let's see what we can do. Going into ley lines for our next map, actually. So we'll get ley lines up and rolling here, guys, as we continue our way through this first of 2 OSC Championship best of 5s today. Let's start this up. Get this going. Alright, alright. Let's go. Let's kick this off, as we have got in the top right-hand corner of the map the red Terran player. Tournament life on the line as he's down 1-2. This is Nicoract. Taking on Wayne, who has bounced his way back into this matchup right now. See where we go here on ley line. See what the star's going to be from Nicoract. Looks like we're stepping away from the... Yeah, seems like we're stepping away from the initial setup here of Reapers again. So Nicoract kind of goes to the multi-racks Reaper, steps away from it, goes back to it, steps away from it. So yeah, Overlord just goes out across towards the upper right-hand side. Just gonna journey over. Once again, the CC coming through, the SCV, the Marine coming up, the Depot coming by, and our first Reaper of the game will give us some excitement as we go down to the bottom left-hand side. So away we go with this Reaper to try and get set up. Away we go, go, go. Here we're gonna shoot a couple lings, we'll take some damage, so a few shots coming about. People will come over again, Hatcher coming up. Double CC building from Nicoract as we do have the third CC then on the way in the main base, and just a very standard triple CC opener here. Nicoract is going to play the macro, which we've not really seen. I mean, we kind of saw game one, I guess, a little bit, but obviously that was off multiple racks of Reapers as well. This game we're going to go into the second rack after that third CC, so we'll kind of end up on a 2-1-1-esque composition, but we'll obviously have a couple of Hellions to help you along the way. It's not really 2-1-1, but you're going to have a little bit of bio with Factory and potentially Starport support if you want to go into that Starport as well at some point, so that should give you an option. That should give you an opportunity. Here it comes back through. Just have Reaper moving across. Reaper, Hellions moving around. Reaper, Hellions going to continue to come across here. Stimpack coming through. Here he comes back over. Hellions join up. Be seeing a couple of SCVs going down across the map. Some Zergans get in. They'll get dealt with now, but two SCVs already dropping as now the Reaper and the Hellions going to take their step across and come towards the front. Hellions on about. Ling's just going to go jump onto the rocks. We're seeing the Zergans still coming over. We're just going to be having ourselves the, yeah, the Ling's just continuing across. Queen is just going to go there. Hellion is going to go down. Engineering base coming up. Barracks and the combat shield coming up. Well, Medivacs is coming down. It's having ourselves the Roach Speed come back. Roach Speed and Carapace coming through. Sorry guys, my voice is struggling a bit today apparently. Roach Speed coming up, Carapace upgrade. It's 1-1 on the way from Nicoract, who is stepping into this 4th base. Gonna find a queen, gonna find 2 queens. Looking for 3, but not quite gonna find the 3rd. A few more Marines is going to load into the main base. Going to see a couple creep teamers getting knocked down. Roaches continue to jump onto the rocks. The Marines and the Medivacs coming around the right side as well. It's going to load back up. Just going to be seeing the upgrades continue through. So the Medivacs cuddle back over, and again, Roach Ravager coming through as well. Game cells for a few moments. Okay, Medivacs chilling out overhead. Infestors, the melee, the Carapace. Wayne's been a big fan of getting those Infestors early each game so far. It's been kind of a priority in his game plan, it seems, to get those Infestors out. It's just naturally kind of come through. Let's scan down the bottom. Melee +2. And we just see Bane speed starting up as well. We're just gonna have those couple of Infestors. I mean, I guess with Roach Ravager, a couple of Infestors can do a lot, but I'm kind of surprised it's a priority. It's so gas intensive. It does feel like the chance of a fungal landing and being a huge game changer is much less than you being wiped off the board because you just don't have enough stuff, actually, to be honest, so. Bio, tanks continuing around the right-hand side, so they're gonna make their way in a bit of a different direction. Five's going to come over, tank's going to come through. Just going to see a couple of those Lings and Roaches going to take some damage as we step forward. A couple of Roaches, Ravagers all getting knocked down. Corrosive File's going to come in, we split apart. Corrosive File's landing in between the Bioforce. Hatchery going to die, big shove from Nicoract. This is Nicoract on, an 8-rack, so he is looking to be very committed in a moment like this. Counterattack is huge, but if we don't even kill the Siege Tank, that's a massively wasted counterattack. Banelin's morphing just not ready yet. Tanks need to siege here ASAP, as we do honestly just have a lot of firepower. I don't know if the Banes are going to connect. Oh, Blind Cloud on the 2 Siege Tanks would be huge. We're going to kill 1 Viper, 2 Vipers. Okay, we got a Blind Cloud off at least. That feels necessary. Next Blind Cloud doesn't really do much. I see the idea. I think the idea was you're trying to land it and force the Bio to step forward. The Fungal was actually decent. We were very close to that Infested dying before the Fungal came off as well. As Nicoract's momentum, how far is it going to get you? Low HP units, the Fungal helping a lot with that as well. I actually think this might get cleaned up, but it's going to be an expensive cleanup. As Roaches pour out reinforcements, we're going to lose the Hatchery perhaps. And then, maybe this doesn't get cleaned up. The units were low HP, but the Medivacs did have energy, so some healing comes through. Step over to the side. We're not rallying, are we? Yeah, there's a lot of units at home. The counterattack previously has scared you from just constantly rallying. As we kill the 3rd base, Nicoract will step away. Ultra's on the way, though, is going to make this much more interesting. Bio heads down the bottom. Let's see how Bio's coming through. Roaches, Ravagers coming about. Bio's just going to continue to come straight through this. We've seen the Bio stepping away. I mean, we do have ourselves on the top side a few Lings moving about as well. step away. Dismantle for a couple moments. Just going to be seeing the pile gathering back up. Upside, some Lings trying to counterattack around. Wayne is down 40 supply, so he's really in a troubling position where the problem is he's got to rebuild this base. The Ultras, I think, do save him for a little bit, though, especially with +2 Carry base, Chitinous coming through. There's only 1-1 upgrades from Nicoract, so I think the supply is great for Nicoract, but actually fighting this might be difficult. And so splitting this army and just kind of, you know, keep Wayne back a bit while we set up into libs, your own upgrades, ghosts. I actually think this is a reasonable situation for Nicoract to say, yes, I need to build into a later game setup to really see this game through. I do not disagree with the choice here. Need nice to fourth. These are all the right moves. Just take it slow, take it steady. Keep building your advantage, but don't keep building your advantage, but don't let it kind of, like I say, don't kind of take the fights. Because I really feel like these Ultras are going to be very good, especially because you got Vipers as well. Like the tech is there for Wayne. It's just the amount of units that are not. Like I say, so far I think Nicoract's done a pretty good job of moving around this in a manner in which it kind of keeps him in a safer spot and keeps him kind of, you know, doing well here. And stops Wayne from kind of, you know, resettling back into it, so I like it so far. Lings Ultra coming across, couple drones going down. Bio gonna get that, couple Lings gonna get grabbed. Bio gonna run into the natural, the Queen gonna get picked off as well, so that goes the Queen. The Ultras are still gonna chase through, a few drones are going down, 7, 8 workers being picked off immediately. Planetary Fortress there picking away at some of the Zerglings as the Bioforce comes through. We're gonna snipe down an Ultralisk, that goes down as well. Now the Bioforce coming back over as the Zerglings run through. Liberator is gonna be there, Siege Tank is gonna get killed. 2-2 upgrades from Nicoract continuing into play as the ship weapons comes online. Again, Liberator and Ghost building through as well. Snipe, snipe. A couple Ravagers going down. Fire gets down the bottom. Hatchery gets killed again. Just going to be splitting backwards now. Fungal Growth lands on the Marines. That's what I'm afraid of. Can these Ultras do enough? It doesn't really look like it, though. I think we're good here from Nicoract on the bottom side. I feel like he could have chased a little bit hard, honestly. He's still setting up Liberators. The problem is these Libs are going to be killed by Ravagers. So I don't love the way that they're doing it. Is just continue to step through. Oh, Blind Cloud is actually big because the Bio steps into the Ultras. Now Parasitic Bomb. The split is a little slow. Look at the Medevac units over here to try and come back in with. As this forward base is going to be the option from Wayne to try and set up across 4 bases now. Just still trying to hang on in there. Nicoract's got money to spend, by the way. He's also he's got Ghosts now. And Ghosts obviously going to be great against those Ultras too. Will be a pretty major factor of this. I think I'm going to go after Marauder. And the Marines, a couple Ultras coming through. Just going to be seeing the Bio coming across. A couple of Snipes coming down. Nicoract's going to lose a lot of stuff. My goodness, Wayne just wiped out this army. This has been the advantage of Wayne, is that he's just had a better teched army with good upgrades. Not sure how much longer this is really going to last, though. I mean, if we get a few units up defensively behind me, I guess now, though, we're also in a position where Wayne should probably, I mean, he should go wipe out a base or something. There's multiple CCs around. Army moves up. Libs it up. Ghost still on the way. Medevac still coming through. Couple moments. Gathering up, Ling Ultra Infested coming through as well. So you're seeing the Vipers coming over, just gonna see the Lings coming by. Extra basic coming online, going to make this kind of difficult too over the next couple of moments as well, so we'll continue to get that set up. And you've seen the Ultra stepping forward, couple Siege Tanks going to take some damage, Ghost, Slips coming about as well. I mean, again, with all the tech coming online, Nicoract should be able to close this out. The tech really does go a long way for you, it does so much. As the Bioforce continues down the bottom left. Libera is going to get sieged. These Ultras are going to try and crash through. Again, the Ultras are doing a lot, but we just need the Ghost to snipe. Libs to do that thing. And Wayne is going to say GG, as that's going to be too much. Nicoract is going to take a 4th game. Actually going to get all 5 maps here, which is very cool because we've actually not really had a lot of 5-game series in the OSC Championship, so that is very neat. Yeah. Mana Mint of VK was a 5-game series. Arcfire Classic as well. I didn't see that one. Arcfire Jimmy also, man. Odd results, actually. Good creator. Alright, well, this one's going to go to 5 games as well. My voice is really dying. Go to Abyssal Reef for map 5, decide this series. Alright, let's go into Abyssal Reef, map 5 of the series, get this underway, start this off. Alright, given they have 30 seconds to run, let's do this. Game 5 of our series as we make our way through. It's actually the least, after this, round 2 of the lower bracket is finished, and then actually after this we also have Solar versus the winner. That would also be the, oh man, I guess on Sunday we're actually going to have to do some amazing winner bracket matchups looking at it, because there's just not going to be, there's not going to be anything else we can do in the lower bracket after the day. Until we do some more winner bracket matches. Oh, that's sick. I didn't realize the winner bracket was going to be coming up on Sunday already. Oh, that's exciting. Alright, well, that's going to be very fun as we jump into this next matchup. It's going to be Game 5. Who gets the chance to play Solar in the next round? Obviously, there'll be an underdog against Solar, but every round is more money won here in the OSC Championship. Let's see what we get. Is in the bottom right, Nicoract is going to be our Red Terran. And he's taking on the blue Zerg in the top left here on Abyssal Reef. Abyssal Reef, we have Wayne. Again, my R's and my words missed around. Hey, what's up, Roddy? Thank you for the raid. Welcome, everyone. Yeah, asking a couple series of OSC Championship here today. It's 2-2 right now between Wayne and Nicoract. The winner of this series plays Solo, which will be our next series up as well. And that is all the StarCraft we have for today. So, welcome. Hope you guys are doing well. And, yeah, enjoy the end of this TVZ and whatever matchup we have after, which will also be a best of 5. Match coming up. It's going to be seen as CV heading across to the upper left as well. Couple Lings going to move out. Obviously, pool first means we get these Lings out early, and they're going to be able to start stepping on the map. This is a series which has opened with a couple early on multi-racks Reaper plays, so we've had a few of those come through. Now we're kind of on the side of Nicoract not doing that and playing a little bit more standard here. We're gonna fight. Ling gonna take some shots. Drone gonna take some damage as well. Takes a few hits. Ling's be coming through. A couple of queens. And Lings will continue to come about. We're just gonna fight. Reaper is gonna take some shots. Again, the drone, the Lings, and the queens will all continue through as we just have our drones building. And that Reaper gonna hit that drone again. So a little bit more damage being dealt here for now. Lings will chase our Reaper down. It's going to be that. Alright, cool. Well, we have ourselves the starport, the tech lab, continue to come in, the orbital and Hellions all building up as well, so we're just bringing in a lot of this at the moment. As we do see the Zerglings able to get across the map, and they're going to basically stop any SCVs beyond this natural until Hellions pop out and play defense, which they're going to get to immediately, and those Lings will begin to fall. So a few Lings beginning to drop down, Hellions still chasing through, the Zerglings getting chased out of here. Nicely done. A couple of Lings gather, and we do see the Hellions moving around in the center of the map as well. The Banshee, the Hellions, and the Cloaking all coming up. The Tech Lab coming through from Nicoract as the Hellions come back around the right-hand side. And we just have this hatchery building from Wayne on the third base. Just going to get that completed. And yeah, the Hellions will make their way around the right. Evolution Chamber starting up on the high ground here. The Hellions are going to run up into the natural queen. And a few Zerglings going to come out, just going to go after those Hellions. Hellions going to get caught. All these Hellions going to get grabbed, actually, as the two of them just about living. This was just for Zerglings. It's just not worth it for Zerglings. Like, losing your map control, like, don't get me wrong, 20 Lings is nice. Resource loss is going to be slightly favorable to you, but you're giving up all of your map control to do this, and map control is just worth so much more than that, basically, so it's going to be a big deal. Let's just have the Banshee coming around. Siege, Command Center, Barracks all coming through. Banshee going to jump onto the Queen already. Other couple Queens going to get there. Banshee cloaks and turn back onto some drones as we're going to get rid of one. And the Banshee going to turn back over to the right. Carapace coming up, 6 drones on the way, Spore Crawler, Stim Pack, building as well. Again, extra barracks, engineering bays, all coming through. This Banshee just works its way towards the top of the map here. The couple of Hellions coming around the bottom left-hand side also. That Banshee continues to move across. And just take the Banshees as a chance to go through a couple of these creep tumors already, so get some damage done there. Couple more shots continuing out, damage being done. See the Queens gathering back through. A couple creep tumors are going to come out to the front as well, so just going to get that straight into position. Queen's moving across. Zergling's still on the bottom side. Lair, Hatchery, Baneling Nest coming up. Carapace about to complete. 1-1 upgrades in the combat shield coming through. As you see a single Zergling on the right-hand side, going to go after a couple of those SCVs. Hellions coming across, going to grab a Zergling as well. And again, Marines, Hellions, just gathering up. 1-1 upgrades, combat shield coming through too. 2+2 Carapace coming up as well from Wayne. 2 Zerglings coming about. Ling's going to continue to rally over as the Lings They're going to be there. Marines and Hellions going to join up together as well. The rest of the Lings around that right-hand side. And these Marines just going to get wrapped around completely as... I mean, the Marines do the best job they can, tucking themselves in the corner here. Pretty much every Marine will die. A few Lings are left over. Banshees have to be the cleanup. That was kind of an interesting fight. I mean, I think it's much better for the Zerg than it is the Terran, because the resources lost is even. And once again, you're just removing map control from the Terran players. Same reason as those Hellions going down is bad, right? As Hellions die, or Marines die, you have no control on the map. And if you don't have control on the map, the Zerg feels so much safer. They can get away with so much more. When it instantly starts 12 drones, infestation pit. There's no fear in the heart of the Zerg player right now. And so he can just continue through as he wishes, basically, at this point in time. Just going to knock down our rocks at the moment, as we do have things still moving about. Bane speed coming up, +1 melee, +2 carapace coming through. 3 hatcheries on the way about. There's the factory and the armory coming up on the side of Nicoract. The 2 Banshees will continue to make their way into the center here and figure out what it is that they would like to do for the foreseeable future as well. He's going to get here to fight some Marines again. This time they might get a siege tank on top of it as well. Nicoract so far continues to just bleed out units on Abyssal Reef. Playing a much more macro-focused game. He's 2 base duel in this game. He's 8 racks in this series. This time around he's going to go for the just very fast, progressive kind of command center and economy setup. TT upgrades coming about, +1 vehicle weapons, building on the armory, 2 more siege tanks building up as well. Marine Marauder still coming about. Our bio is going to step forward. It's going to get ourselves a Creep Tumor right away. And the Lingbane is going to get pushed back as well. Medivac's now turning back around to the bottom side. Marines gather up, Medivacs will be there, Lingbane is going to come through as well. He's going to come over. It's going to be seeing the Marines unloading. The Lings, the Bane's going to go through a set of rocks for a couple of moments. So again, trying to see what we can do. Fungal growth coming down. Just going to be seeing the army continuing across. The Lings and the Banes continue to move over as well. So again, trying to see what it is that we can get up to for a couple of moments. Just the command center going down once more. Coming online, adrenal glands coming about. It's a lot of Lingbane moving around here from Wayne. A lot of units moving through. And Lingbane gathering up. Just going to be seeing the scan coming down again. Adrenal glands coming through too. Let's continue to get that on the go here as the 2T upgrade still continuing forwards. See the Lingbane continues to move about. Spy coming through, +2 melee, +3 carapace coming up as well. 3-3 upgrades still on the way in. Just see a few Marines, Marauders going to be coming about as well. And Bio and the Medivacs move about. Another CC just drops in. We go to 5 bases now for the moment, so we get that up and rolling. Bio comes back over. Medivacs gather in. going to be having the Ling Bane turn around as well. The few ghosts going back through. So it's going to be sitting there. We do have our, again, 3/3 upgrades, plus 2 vehicle weapons coming in. The Ling Bane going to come across. Ghost tries to get a snipe off. The Bio going to take some shots. The Planetary Fortress going to be here to play defense. I mean, that Planetary is going to get busted down. And at the same time, a few Bane's going to roll down the right side. Just going to try and hit another mineral line, but that ain't going to do much. Tank on the high ground's gotten rid of a lot of the numbers, so good job defensively by Nicoract. I don't mind this at all. UCC coming up, so we can replace the 5th very quickly. And Wayne going to just spend money to try and break into Nicoract. I mean, Rain's doing the right thing as well. He's taking bases all over the map. He's expanding everywhere that he can. So he's definitely kind of taking the right approach to this as well for the moment. As Bio comes around over to the left. Artifacts load back up. We pull back over the side. 3/3 upgrades coming through. Infernal Pre-Igniter coming online. Liberators, Ghosts coming up. I'm just going to be seeing our reactors and tech labs still building as well. So all of that continues through too. Just join us together here. We'll be seeing our Infernal Pre-Igniter still coming online. Clayton coming up as well. Let's see how Bio going to continue across to the side. Just going to see a few of those Lings and Banes getting knocked down. Queens, Vipers continue to move about as well. Vipers is going to go and get a little bit of consuming. Just going to consume that hatchery up on the top right. The Banshee going to be gathering up as well. It's going to be seeing how our Lings continue to come back around. So again, moving over for a little bit. Bane going to get turned around, a little bit of Bio going to be there as well. Just going to push back the other way. Let's see, Parasite Bombs dropping down. Medevac's going to get hit. Viper's continuing through. A couple Corruptors as well. He's starting to abduct in some of the Ghosts. Wayne looking for as efficient a trade as he can find with those Vipers. Trying to find some value already. We do have Smart Servers coming up, plus 3 vehicle weapons on the way too. As Wayne doing all the right things. Corruptors, Great Aspire, setting up for the late stage. Taking all of the bases that he can on the map. And obviously, eventually, the Terrans start to run dry on resources. Those other bases become a factor. Tank shoot. Ling's going to take some shots as well. This is going to consume up once more. Hatchery will take a bit more damage. And Vipers and the Corruptors come back around. The Bane's coming online. Wayne is maxed. Nicoract is maxed. Tank is there for Wayne. As obviously he will look to trade into Nicoract over and over again here, I'd imagine. Alba's come through, the Queen goes down. Just gonna see the Corruptors still moving about as well. That's gonna be there. Ling's gonna take some damage. The Bane's still trying to crash through. Hellbat's gonna get hit hard. The Ghosts pull away on the right hand side, and the Siege Tanks are doing a great job of hitting a lot of the Ling Bane. Corruptors still moving about as well. And again, we've got ourselves the Advanced Ballistics coming through on that Fusion Core. So we bring that into play too. Corruptors and Infestors still building up. a bunch of broods on the way out. I mean, Nicoract can fight broods. He's going to get another base here, by the way, as well. This is base 6. 6 base Terran can be enough to see you through to the end of the game. I mean, how many base will there be? 6, 7, 8, 9? I mean, realistically, I think what you need is to knock this base down. If you knock this base down, you become a 7 base Terran, you can become an 8 base Zerg. This base maybe doesn't get taken in the game. That's playable. That's winnable for the Terran. So that is probably the current goal here for Nicoract, just to kind of creep across to the bottom left side, just to stop this base from mining as soon as possible. Probably his main priority as our Broodlords gather in the center. Rip the step up, Liberator goes down immediately. Missile turret's putting in some work. A few snipes coming about. Fungal Growth will grab a few of those ghosts. Go back and forth. The siege tank's still whacking away. Queen gonna get knocked down as well. Brood's still coming online. There's +2 flyer attacks, +2 carapace coming up. Liberated ghosts all on the way through as the Ling Bane goes down the right-hand side once again. Just again looking for an opportunity here to try and sneak on by. And find a bunch of these factories. I mean, Wayne just getting an opportunity here where Nicoract is not quite where he needs to be. A couple help at start showing up. The Valens will begin to go down. And they're going to lose all the factories though, so that production is obviously wanted, otherwise he wouldn't have built it in the first place. I've got the Ghost trying to find some snipes here, aiming up at some of the Brood Lords. One Brood goes down. We're looking for more though, and not happy with what we've got so far. We want extras. Brood Lords coming in again. Right side, the lane is still gathering back up. 21 SCVs have fallen. Sources lost. 22 to 21k is a good set of trades from Wayne, actually. That's exactly the direction you want this game to keep heading into. Resources lost evening out is massive for a Zerg when you're up in bases, obviously. That's absolutely huge. Ghosts, Libs, gathering together. +3 flyer attack coming up on the Greater Spire. Just gonna scan around, scan, coming down. Just gonna be seeing the Broodlords. Pulling back a little further. Overseers coming through as well. Fours, Libs, and Ghosts still building. Just gonna see a couple more of those Broods dropping down again. Ghost trying to snipe. Oh, massive fungal growth. Huge fungal growth on the Ghosts. Just going to be sniping once again. The Corrupt is still trying to step through. A couple of those Liberators already going to get grabbed as the Broodlord's trying to get there as well. Down the right-hand side, the Ling's going to run straight through here. A couple of orbitals might have to lift up. SCV's going down. Feels like Wayne is doing a very good job of breaking through the setup of Nicoract. As Nicoract tried to stretch out to this bottom side, he's just losing so much ground on the right. And this is, these are bases that have gases and even minerals still to be mined. And these resources might not seem like a lot, but they're significant, and you're losing a lot and trying to keep on mining them. And that's the issue, because that's where the resources lost is evening out in a big way. Because you're trying to keep taking those positions, and it's not exactly going great for you. Liberator shot comes through, tank shot comes about as well. Tank's going to unsiege, and we are just going to press forward a little bit here for a couple of moments. Libs is going to get set up too. It's going to be seeing now a couple of Thors fighting forwards. We are going to be seeing the Ghosts pushing through as well. Liberator goes down. Now just going to be seeing these Ghosts sniping away again. Just going to be seeing the Broodlords actually getting picked away. Wayne just lost a lot of stuff. He just lost his entire army. Zerglings are not going to do... Ling Bane's not going to do anything here because there's enough tanks to solidify this. Oh, he didn't even get the tanks. Oh my goodness. Corruptors are dying too. 140 Lings on the rebuild! Supply block though. He can't even build more. He would build more. He's got the lava, but he's supply block. Oh my god, he's going to die. Wayne's going to die. Well, he might not die. Maybe that's an exaggeration, but like he's going to take some damage here, no? These Infestors need to do some work. The Banes are morphing. He desperately needs these Banes to do something. We're engaging before the Banes are ready. One Overseer. Fungals go down across the circles. I mean, those are very good fungal growths. Those are very good fungal growths. The Ghost Count really does take a big beating right there as Wayne. Again, maybe just choosing to rebuild on Ling Bane wasn't the answer. Okay, well, I mean, he's still down in supply, heavily army supply-wise as well. This army's still pushing up. I mean, can Nicoract continue to reinforce this as well? Well, Snipe's trying to come through as we go after whatever we can find. Ghost pulling back, letting the Thors do some of the tanking. That's going to help let the Ghost stay alive so they can hit down some of those Zerglings. Going to launch a nuke amongst this. And the Thors are going to push the Corruptors back. Nicoract has spent all of his cash. Wayne still mining comfortably, yes, with 64 drones, but he's spending all his money and it's all on Zerglings. Nuke lands. I mean, the other thing as well is now that Wayne's going to be lava starved. He only has 3 queens, so now he can't ever he's actually going to die. Because now he's actually going to be genuinely lava starved, and I don't think he can ever get back in this game without lava. Like, he needs a minute to rebuild lava. 140 lings on the rebuild, but not quite the answer. Oh my god. I can't really believe he rebuilt 140 lings still. That was actually a little bit good. A little bit gobsmacked that this just happened like this, honestly. Like, I honestly don't even know what to really... GG? I actually don't know what to say. That's like a completely ridiculous situation. He just did not have a good rebuild to play cleanup. Honestly, like, if he has an Ultra Cav, like, as well, just the fact that he builds only lings, uses all of his lava, so he doesn't have any lava following up from that. What a horrific 3 minutes from Wayne. One absolutely horrific 3 minutes. I think it is that bad, honestly. I think that was just... I mean, I get it, like, these things happen, but, like, you gotta say what it is. Like, this was a dominating position. Lose a fight you can recover from, but to lose a fight into the only thing you can think to rebuild is mass ling all at once as well. He waited till everything died, then rebuilt lings, but was supply blocked, so you couldn't even rebuild all the lings. And then that's all your lava gone. The next fight happens, you didn't even get to add any banelings in. I think he wasn't ready to lose that main army. I don't think he thought he was going to ever lose that main army. And so when he lost the main army, he was like, wait, what? What do I do? And he had no mental plan of what to do in that moment. And I think it just came crashing down. Wow. Wow. That is crazy. Alright guys, we are going to go into, that means Nicoract actually goes through to play Solar next, so we're going to go Nicoract versus Solar. That's going to be coming up in a couple moments. Before we get there, guys, just want to make a mention, obviously, this is the OSC Championship, and you guys can support the OSC Championship in so many different ways. If you head on over to sd2online.com, you can head on over to their support page as well, so you head to sd2online.com, and you can go to support us right here, and it tells you all about how you can support with different subscription methods, Ko-Fi, and all the rest. So you can check that out. That Indiegogo page for the championship, I think, is experiencing some issues today, which is what we have been pushing for OSC. Like I say, if you want to support OSC and the championship, you consider checking out the system via that page there. I just pressed the wrong button. I'm trying to give you guys a link, and I maximized the wrong thing. There you go, because I don't think that is anywhere else. Perfect. Perfecto. All right. Let's go and let's go into some more StarCraft 2, shall we? We'll give it another 30 seconds or so. We'll go into Solar versus Nicoract. Yeah. If we try to rebuild a high-tech army, it would have taken twice as long and used an entire bank of minerals and gas. Brilliant! And then he would have been able to actually fight the Terran army. It's almost, but like, I mean, you say that, but like, he literally built a mass of lings, and then ran them in with brilliant fungals. He could not have gotten better fungals, I get the feeling that maybe anything other than Lings would have been pretty good. You know? It would have taken what? I mean, it doesn't matter how long it takes you to build that army because you've got you've literally got the entire map. Let him kill a base. It doesn't matter. It literally does not matter. You 100% do not need to. It doesn't matter. You have literally 10 bases on the map right now in that moment. It doesn't matter if he sieges your natural, because you can just... You're going to produce from all the different bases on the map, so you could just collapse them anyway. With good units. With Lings, it doesn't matter. There's no world I will ever believe that. 140, or however many Lings it was the correct call. Obviously, rough to get supply block too. And the thing is, like, if your plan was to build Lings and Banes, then it's going to just take long to build Banes too. And he could have also started building sooner as well, because he could have started building when the fight started to go wrong, but he actually waited until after the fight before he built anything, which is also an issue. So yeah. Alright, let's go into Solar vs. Nicoract. You don't think the decision was as bad as people making out? No, I get it. Like, in the moment, it's like, oh shit. I get that. But when you get perfect fungals on the entire Terran army, and you kill... And with perfect fungals, you kill... He did kill all the ghosts, and that's literally because of the fungals. So it wasn't terrible in that regard, but it was only because he had the absolute best fight possible with those Lings as well. Like, the best case scenario was still him losing horrendously. From the position he was in, I don't think that should happen. Anyways, that is behind us, and this one is in front of us. This is going to be our last series of the day, guys. It's going to be some TVZ action as we kick off into the top right side with our red Terran player, Nicoract, taking on the blue Zerg. In the bottom left, we have Solar. And away we go. Hey, thanks so much. A couple of people have hit level 20 today on the Royal match as well. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for checking out our sponsor. Really appreciate it. If you want to support yourselves, exclamation mark Royal. Level 20 is the first point at which you support the stream. And beyond that, if you keep on playing, the more you play, the more it supports, the better it gets. So do check that out. Thank you so much. Game one of our series, we just have ourselves the Overlord of Solar heading to the upper right hand side. I think I'm pushing over. So, Reaper comes across, starts to go fighting. I mean, Solar's going to be a big favorite in this one. I actually felt Wayne, if you remember Wayne playing in WardiTV events over the last year or so, actually has some big ZVZ wins against Dark multiple times over. He actually knocked Dark out of multiple WardiTV. Were they WardiTV Mondays? No, it was something else that I think it was just qualifiers and stuff. I think it was before the WardiTV Mondays were a thing. So Wayne was actually very good. Funnily enough, I was actually very impressed with his ZVC, so I was actually kind of thinking that getting into Wayne Solar here, we would have an interesting matchup where I'd be like, well, Solar's a favorite, but don't count out Wayne. I think this is a massively uphill battle for Nicoract. I think that's going to be, I mean, Solar's ZVT is top-notch. Next year, it's going to be a very different matchup to playing against Wayne. So I think Nicoract's going to have his work cut out for him here. I think he's going to have a tough time, honestly. Let's see what he does. Reaper and the Hellions coming down the bottom side. Let's see what Nicoract can do then. Stimpack on the way up at home. He will have the third CC and he will have the double racks as we enter this best of 5. Lower bracket round 3 now. This series and Arrowfire versus Nightmare, I believe, are the two matchups in the lower bracket round 3 left to play. And from there, we're in lower bracket round 4. Couple Hellions, the Reaper just going to get there. Drone goes down. Stimpack coming through, Marines coming up. Starport will be finishing very shortly as the Hellions and the Reaper turn back around. We've seen the Hellions, the Reaper moving back over. Queen's going to be there to push that the other direction. Again, Land Roachron coming up. The Stimpack building as well. Need to get this settled down for the moment as Medevacs and Marines come on through. Hellions, the Reaper going to get back across. He's going to get rid of a couple of these Crypt Tumors. The drone goes down as well. Going to be seeing the lair. Evo Chambers. I mean, Roaches from solo, I think, is kind of an expected thing throughout this series. Because I would imagine Solo's approach to this is, hey, I'm the favorite. Let me play Roaches so I'm very safe. And let me play Roaches because I can maybe kill him with some Roach timings very simply. Marines unload, Overlord gets killed off. He's going to be seeing the Zerglings trying to get to the front. He's going to get down to the bottom side. You see now Hellions going forward, a couple of crew teams going down. Marines going to step up. Hatchery going to be taking some shots. The hatch will fall. The Roach is just going to be there. Medevacs load up the Marines. They're going to get pulled away. And more upgrades coming through. Combat shield about to finish. More Marines in the siege tank coming about. Roach Ravager coming over. 1-1 missile upgrades in the Roach speed coming online as well. The army of Nicoract flies towards the upper left-hand side. This is going to step up. It's going to get the Overlord. Take that down immediately. Catch right there as we continue to step forward. We do have ourselves the Roaches. 1-1 missile and carapace upgrades coming about as well for now. Let's have ourselves the Roaches going to split apart on the bottom right side a little bit. Knock down a set of rocks in the center. Marines and Medevacs coming down the right side. And this is exactly what we're talking about when you have Roach Ravager openings. You can hit 1-1 Roach times and just see if you've got kind of the macro power to just kind of, beat out your opponent in that regard, man. There's Roaches everywhere you look. And this solo is going to absolutely crush this first game here on Amygdala. No time wasted to take game 1. As that is going to be GG's. Alright, there you go. There we go. Alright, we're going to get back to it, my friends, in the next few moments. Click off and get ready to rumble. How much GP did I make from the League's reward shop? I didn't spend any of my League points because the longer you wait, the more your League points are worth. Buying stuff at the start of when they first release is just stupid. Does not make any sense. Best to, if you want the 200 IQ play, you buy stuff and you sell it before next, and you sell it during next leagues, because the league shop gets shut and all the league stuff goes up in price. 200 IQ. Alright, let's go game 2, I think, guys. Just get straight into it. We're gonna go Resvan, so second map here. Gonna be one from that extended map pool. Made bad GPS leagues, yeah. I mean, buying league rewards the days and the weeks it comes out is always a bad call. I mean, leagues doesn't really make money. Right? Maybe, I mean, Deadman does, because people didn't realize Deadman rewards were going to be so popular. I imagine Deadman won't even be that good next time. Top left, red Terran player is going to be Nicoract. In the bottom right, blue Zerg is Solar here on the OSC extended map pool, map of Gresvan. We get into game number 2. Tracks, gas, SCV, hatchery, all coming through as that overlord of Solar heads toward the upper left-hand side of the map. It's just going to move across over there for a few moments to get this set up and rolling. So we get that all ready. Yeah, we're just going to continue to go to the top left-hand side, so we'll try and see what's going off. So Overlord is coming to the upper left. CC, Reaper, Swarm Pool coming about. We've seen Reaper moving across the map. Let's see what Nicoract can do in this game too. Definitely an underdog. I mean, rough matchup to play for your tournament life. Having to take on Solar. Solar could very well still be in the winner's bracket if he'd started there, but he didn't have the OSC points to start in the winner brackets, so... We're going to fight. Few Zerglings taking damage. These shots continue to come through. Reaper is going to escape out of here. Link speed still coming up as well. Reaper will step back as we just have ourselves an Overlord still pressing up. Orbital Command moving into the natural. Let's see how Link speed about to finish, and we do have ourselves the Reaper still poking about, trying to see if it can find another way in over the next few moments. Have ourselves the drones coming about, Queen's coming through. Still gathering up, and again a couple of Hellions and Nicoract coming back around down the bottom side. Hellions will try and poke on forwards. It's going to try and move in here already. Hellions turn around against Impact, cloaking on the way up, Banshee and the Marine coming through as well. The couple of Marines are going to get underneath and hit this Overlord. So Overlord will take some shots. It's going to go down now. So that Overlord will indeed fall for the moment. We'll just see the Queens obviously there to kind of poke the Hellions back. Lair on the way up here from Solo. No Roach Roaring this time, so maybe a different plan at the moment. Back coming through. So actually got the Banshee's getting deflected. The Hellions trying to get into this mineral line, not quite going to be able to do too much just yet. Back around into the center as we excuse me. Just have those Hellions continue to patrol on the map. One more upgrade, Stimpack coming through. Siege tank, the Marines all coming up as well. Just still got ourselves a couple of Evo Chambers and the Roaches on the way out as the Hellions go back down the right-hand side. I mean, it is Roaches now, so Roach Roaring is done, and we'll see what Solo's plan is. We have a Stimpack just finished up from Nicoract. Hellions going to get into the natural. No Roaches out just yet. Hellions might have a field day. They're going to go for the main. Another Roach pops up. Evo Chamber comes down to play the blocking game, force these Hellions to move around, and it's so funny how effective one Evo Chamber block can do. Force you all the way around here. The drone's out. And now these Hellions are not really finding much of anything. Field Circling's going to go chasing after, and I think that's going to be the end of those. We actually get 6 drones, which is better than I thought it would be. Banshee here will just try and pick up some creep. Not much a single Banshee can do a lot of the time, but a couple of creep teams is better than nothing at all. And Solo, this time Infestation Pit's on the way up, so he's not just going to go 1-1 Roach time and look to win the game. He will also have the follow-up of the Infestation Pit to help him out. As Nicoract is going to be on just the 5 racks and just sending it on 2 bases, so Nicoract wants to go probably very soon here. He could have hit with 1-1 to 0-0. He actually might have a good timing. Like, he might actually be able to do something, but mostly because I think Solo's built an Infestation Pit, Hydrogen, these are all things that aren't going to help. Hive is not going to help you. I don't think Solo realizes that this is a 2-base game. His information is minimal. He has no idea that this is a 2-base all-in. Circlings across the map, not going to do much against what's a full wall off. Nicoract being smart, leaving units at home. So we're going to chase up, and now he's going to realize, uh-oh, that's a lot of Marines. More Roaches on the way now. Remember, no upgrades, no Ravagers either, so it's going to be very difficult to get rid of the Siege tanks. The tanks should absolutely siege. Don't love them both being sieged together, even though there's no Ravagers yet. Nicoract comes through, 10 drones go down. The tank's going to step a bit further forward. As these Marines continue to fight, Nicoract doing great. Pulling his reinforcements across the map now as well. What I do not love here from Nicoract was his tanks were on siege for a very long time. I think they could have sieged up a little bit sooner again, or pulled, left them siege and pulled back to them. Might not matter here. His Soul is just not getting the units up he needs to defend. The extra Roaches are popping out and dying immediately. I mean, reinforcements about to arrive. We're going to have all 3 tanks alive. Finally, some Ravagers on the way. They are so necessary to knock down the tanks, but I mean, this is not looking pretty. Roaches that spawn from the 3rd base are just straight up dying to the siege tanks. I mean, we're about to have upgrades at least from Solo, but Nicoract's already done a great job. Can the momentum from this carry him through? 2 new medevacs and some more healing available. When all the creep goes down, Solo has a topside base as well, so he's still going to have a base, or 3 bases of mining. Here we go. Roach Ravager moves through. 3 siege tanks just does so much, and Nicoract is going to take a 2nd game. It was looking good for Solo defensively, and then just did not ever realize that this was a 2-base all-in. He never figured it out. And if you don't figure out it's a 2-base commitment, it's very hard to do the right thing there, right? And that's going to be GG's, and we are going to get ourselves a little bit of a series back and forth. We're going to be tied up 1-1, as Nicoract's 2-baser is going to work. Amazing. Alright, let's do some invites and get into game number 3. Are there any large SCT tournaments planned? Nope. Nothing of $30,000 plus. Unless you have $30,000, I can plan one today. Yeah, no, we're waiting for information on a potential circuit still. Top right side, Nicoract is our red Terran. Bottom left, Solar is our blue Zerg. As we get into game 3 of this best of 5. This is our last series today, guys. We stayed a bit longer on the... We were going to do 3 OSC Championship best of 5s, but the League Cup went on a little bit, so we'll just be doing the 2. We'll be moving the 3rd best of 5 to Sunday. Crossline now for game 3 of the best of 5. Where are we going, Frostline? Do we know if Saudi Arabia is going to make another huge tournament this year? Well, that would be included with large SC2 tournaments being planned, right? We literally have no idea. We are waiting to find out. They've already announced a lot of games that are not StarCraft 2. But they have a couple games left to announce. We literally have no clue. Fortunately, I would say there's not really a lot of reasons to be positive right now. But that shouldn't stop you from hoping and coping. Because, I mean, I honestly still... I said this about 2 months ago. I was like, well, they haven't said there isn't any, right? Like, and as far as I see it, like, until they say SC2 does not have a circuit, I don't know why they wouldn't have just announced that if it was not the... You know what I mean? Like, they would have just... You know, it takes a tweet. You know, it's one tweet like, we really enjoyed running the ESL Pro Tour, but unfortunately we cannot continue it this year. Blah, blah. You know, a couple of things. Thanks for all the memories, couple of cute photos. That's all it would take. And you know what they haven't done? They haven't done that. Which to me, like, until they do that, I don't think there's any reason to... I genuinely don't... I just don't see why they wouldn't have just written that already if there wasn't still some kind of talks going on. I will absolutely cling to this idea, because I really believe it. If we're going to grab a Zerg lane, we continue about, go back and forth a little bit. Thing's going to get catch. Reaper goes down. Queen going to be there as well. Link speed continuing to come over. And the Ling's starting to move towards the upper right-hand side. Then coming across, Link speed coming through. 3 drones, the Queen coming about. Helleen's the Marine coming over as well. Helleen's just going to get there. Zergling gets picked off. The depot about to finish at the front. Imagine they announced Brood War. Oh my god. Couple Marines gather together. Queen's on the way. SCVs, Medevac, Hellions. Continue to come about right now. Just going to be seeing the Hellions coming back through. Four Hellions joining the bottom side. Few Lings, drones, Queens gathering up together. Let's get set up here for the moment. Well, Medevac comes over. Hellions set up. Let's maybe see the Medevac here to try and give these Hellions a little bit of mobility around, but Solo seems to be on top of it. Back on loads again. A few Hellions coming back over now. Going to be there, firing a couple of shots. Hellion's going to dive into this mineral line. A couple of drones going to get chased. Zergling's coming over as well. Hellion's going to get lifted. However, the medevac going to take major damage. Oh my goodness, it just gets out. Just managed to escape. Well, the Lings come towards the upper right side. Marines in the wall-off will be there. And Stimpack finishing combat shields now starting. The Hellion's going to come back across. A few Lings getting some damage. The orbital command coming through as the medevac. It's just going to reposition once more. The mission chambers coming up. Roach speed coming about as well. The rest of the Lings continue to come through. Things coming about. Roach is still moving over. Just gonna get patrolling. Again, the rest of the Hellions coming about. Medevac on the bottom side, boosting over as well. That station pick coming through. Roach is gonna be there. Hellion's gonna get turned around. Can get a kill. Hellion's over that right-hand side. Gonna be pulling back to the top. 1-1 upgrades coming through. Marines, tank, medevacs, armory as well. Coming over for the moment. Let's just have ourselves the upgrades all coming through. Bane Nest in the hive, building up as well. The Marines are gonna get caught by some roaches in the center. Roaches take some more damage. Again, the Marines stand in the center. A couple creep teamers going down. Armory coming up. Marines, medevac, siege tank coming about as well. Still got our upgrades coming through. Baneling speed coming up as well. Tank medevac pulls to the upper right. As that army gathers in. So units just going to gather between the bases. Hive battle complete again. Missile and carapace upgrades. Baneling speed coming through. We have the Ling Roach Ravager coming back through the middle. Means the medevacs will step up. 2 upgrades, conclusive shells coming about. Factories on the way in as well. Vipers, Banes continue to come through. The additional creep team is all coming up also here as the Marines continue to step forward. And they are just going to go and knock down a couple of creep teamers. 2 Banes morph in. The Marines just going to have to load up into the medevacs. And Solo just showing us this time the power of going straight to that hive. What he was trying to do last time, but obviously got stopped by the 2 base all in. This time, Vipers are out, Ultras are on the way through, and all of this is continuing to come into play for the moment. Sorry, I missed this, but why are they even waiting to announce games at this point? Probably because they are still working and talking about making contracts for these games. So, probably more. I mean, you can hype up the announcements and stuff, but... Yeah, I mean, probably just like they're actually still working out contracts and stuff for these games that are going to be there, I would guess. Well, a couple of medevacs coming through. Lingbane, Ravager, setting up on the top side. Plus 2 Carapace coming up, Ultras and Lings coming over. 2-2 building on the side of Nicoract as the bio going to get there. A couple of Roaches going to be getting jumped on as well. Tank sieging. Marine's going to spread out. We are going to see some of that crew spread being knocked down. It's a lot of tanks getting sieged up. Bio going to hit that. Decent push here. Obviously, got a 4th base behind it, so we're not kind of fully committed to this push. This push does not need to win the game. Back those ultras out. They don't actually have kindness playing yet, so let's see how well they can do. Just going to start storming through this. I see the Marines loading up into the Medivacs, the Lingbane Ravager Ultra chasing away as well. And again, the 3-3 upgrades coming through on the engineering base too. So bringing all that by, Bio Tank on the way up. Marines over here going to try and fight some of those Lings as well. Now those Lings going to come back over. Marine's going to get grabbed, one Medivac going down. A couple Queens just going to be hitting, and that Medivac going to get very low. Is not quite going to drop just yet. Just going to go boosting back into the middle. I mean, this is a lot of units from Solar now heading across the other side of the map, though, so maybe that will have some impact. Things going to morph in. A lot of units just coming through. The Ultra's going to get there. A couple siege tanks getting grabbed. Ultra on the left side trying to come through as well. Not quite going to succeed there, however, as the Bio comes back the other direction. That's the Banes Ultras gathering together once more. So we've seen a couple Ultras and Lings going to go knock their way through the set of rocks. So we open this up. We open some space in the center. 6 o'clock from Solar gets taken as well, and is he just happy to keep on taking bases? With Lingbane Ultra, though, you're going to want to trade. And he is stepping up on the map to maybe do that now, maybe looking at an attack onto this right-hand side. Well, just going to see the Ultras chasing forward, the Lingbane is going to come through as well. And it's going to be seeing a couple siege tanks kind of getting knocked down there. Good fight from Solar. I mean, he lost some stuff, but not much. I mean, 44 Lings, and he's already remaxed, basically. The SCV repair is apparently good enough for this planetary. Extra Ultra does not show up in time. We saved the base. It's going to give Nicoract a couple of kills for free, but that's kind of crazy. Fire gathers through. 3-3 coming up again. Ultra's coming through. Lingbane continues to build. +1 flyer attack coming upgrade coming in as well for Spire. So just some preparation for later in this game. As we do see the Ultras. Still a few more. I mean, moving up to the top side, I would imagine maybe a possibility of just diving in towards the top side base here. Setting up to potentially push through. Ultras are going to go for a charge forward after that Bioforce. As the Ultras continue to fight. Hate work is going down. Base on the right side falls. Nicoract doesn't have the supply to really survive here. Coming back across again, the rest of the Lings continue to come about. Just going to be seeing the Ultras and Ravages as well. I mean, this is not looking pretty for Nicoract. Again, so maxed out Solo, this is going to be pretty tough, to say the least. +3 melee coming in, the Ultra Bane lane coming through. They're going to knock down that set of rocks as well. More Lings down to the bottom. Just going to see that hatch gathering. We have got the Ling Ultra. Gonna run straight in here. This SCV line gonna get absolutely destroyed. And Solo, honestly, this looks as though he has way too much. As those Banes crash through, and Solo is gonna take the lead in the series back onto his side now with a 2-1 advantage. So Solo takes the lead back into his own hands. We head to a game 4 to see if he can close out, or if Nicoract will bounce back and give us another game 5 today. Let's get this hosted up. Let's get this going. All right. Bottom left-hand side, sorry, top left-hand side, it's going to be the red Terran player. It is Nicoract. A 2-base all-in worked for him. Maybe we go back to it on a map as small as Whispers of Gold. If he wants to try and tie this up again. Bottom right is going to be a blue Zerg player. It is Solar. Alright, so let's see what Solar can do as Hatch Gas and Pool is our opening racks. No multi-racks Reaper or anything coming through here at all. Reaper on the way out, SCV to the low ground. That's the SDC setting up right now. Just heads down the bottom right. It's just going to be seen now. Reaper going to start fighting. A couple drones taking damage. Lings moving about. Reaper going to start a fight. A few Lings going to take some damage. It's going to be seeing the Reaper again turned around. Again, Lings speed coming up. Again, factory coming through. CC getting built. Ling speed and the Queen just on the way by. Everybody gonna shoot. A couple Lings taking some damage. Again, Hellion, Starport all coming up. Back down to the low ground. Queen gonna fight. Reaper gonna take some shots. Let's just have a few more Lings and Ling speed coming through. Let's see how Ling's going to come across. A couple of Ling's going to move back. He's going to be seeing the Lings jumping onto the SCVs and the Mules, so just going to get some damage done. 6, 7 workers going down immediately. As we have a couple Lings going to nibble up at the depot. So depot's going to take some more damage. We're just going to be seeing the Hellions and the Reaper continue to come about as well. Gonna wrap around. Deepos will take some damage again. Hellions the Liberator just gonna sit there and chill. We have the stim pack still coming through. The Hellion producer, I mean, that's 10 SCVs down early in this game, and Nicoract gonna be hurting in these early stages, plain and simple right now. That has not been a comfortable start in the slightest. So Solo again off to a fantastic beginning here. Seeing those links to move about again. A couple of queens, drone, Roachron all coming up as well. Roachron will begin on the front of the natural. Hellions the Reaper continue to come on through. We step up a little bit. CC coming about as well. Viking is going to shoot. Overlord is going to go down, so that's going to be a little supply block actually breaking out of this one. Viking over the left. The Hellions going to continue out down to the bottom. And a couple of barracks continue to come up for the moment. And the CC SCV stim pack building at the moment. Hellions continue over to the right as we have. So, still only on the 3 bases, 4th hatch not yet on the way up. See our Eva Chambers coming through, the lair building as well. Roachron already up as mentioned, so I mean with the damage done early, I honestly would not hate to see just a 1-1 Roach speed timing. We've seen it work before, now you could potentially make it work off of a very good situation, so we will see. Viking still going Overlord hunting, so Viking looking for its second kill of the game is going to get it actually. So another Overlord going down, nice use of the Vikings. The Hellions try and dive through, but Ling's are going to block, and oh no. Off of what has already been a rough opening, Nicoract may be looking for some chances, but not going to find anything there, as Ling Roach will just clean up easily. Hip escapes up the right side. One upgrades coming through, combat shield coming up. And our orbital is going to drop into the 3rd base location. I mean, we get 5 drones in the end, which is not terrible, right? It's something. They're ready to put in work, but the 1-1 Roach attack is coming, guys. We are counting down to it. And Roach Queen gonna hit those rocks, open this up. Combat shield coming through, the Roach speed coming through. We're getting a few more shots off, a couple drones going down. One gets picked off again, the Roach Ravager will go stepping forward here. Blood vials coming down. That tank goes down immediately. This next tank going to go down. Well, where's the army? Here it is. 16 Marines or less. Kind of rough. Obviously, first tanks go down so quickly. Tank on the high ground is well placed, and there's no Overseer apparently, so no high ground vision. This tank's going to get a lot of work done, but right now it's hitting a Ravager. And single Ravager, no splash damage. Now as Overseer shows up, we're going to get rid of that siege tank as well. And my friends, Nicoract will unfortunately die right there. So that is going to be that. Solar is going to take it 3-1. He will advance through the lower bracket to lower bracket round 4. I'll show you guys where the bracket is at after today, shall we? So again, we're doing one less series today than originally expected just because Leo League Cup went on a little bit and they changed their schedule and so on. So Solar moves through to the lower bracket round 4 where he will play the loser of Shin and Clem. It's a brutal one. Mana waits for the loser of Geralt and Christiana. Spirit waits for the loser of Max Pax and Cure. And Arag Fire Nightmare will be playing on Sunday. The winner of that will play the loser of Hero Skillus. Some good matches coming up. Next time we are live, guys, we'll be going live on Sunday with the OSC Championship. We'll be doing Arag Fire versus Nightmare. And then we have literally no other series we can do apart from these 4. So we'll absolutely be doing these 4 matches. That much I can tell you for certain. I wonder if it's actually going to be these 6. I don't know. But yeah, maybe it will be, and then the rest of it just plays out. Could do like day 1, day 2. Yeah, maybe that would be how it works. All right, anyways. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Again, check out OSC, !OSC in the chat will give you some links to support on, or check out their website, oscesports.com. I'm going to call it a day right there. It's been a long one. And my voice is kind of dying, so I'm not going to drag this out. I'm just going to say thank you and good night. I'm going to run some ads, and when we run some ads, we will send you guys over. Or after we run some ads, we will send you guys over to the to someone else streaming StarCraft 2. Who? I do not know. Who? I do not know. Yeah, I'm sure we'll find someone. Ah, we'll probably do up a tree. Alright, guys, you guys have a great rest of your day. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Alright, perfect. Perfect. Alright, yeah. See you guys later. Bye. Set of ads, and I'll see you guys. Bye, 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 bye. Getting distracted trying to log out. See you guys. Bye.